Here we go again. Rumors about a new drone from DJI has starting to emerge on the interweb. And this time it's something called the DJI Air 2S. And this is presumed to be the successor to the widely popular MAVIC Air 2. And furthermore, there's also surfaced a video showing the actual drone, which I will show later in this video. Every time a company brings a new product to the market with a radio incorporated, they have to file an application to FCC, at least if they want to sell the product in the US. And this is what DJI has done this time. Because the application database is public, then that will offer us a glimpse into some of the new products that might be released. So if I go into this database here, and I will leave a link in the description below so you can access it yourself, you would see that the DJI has filed an application here for something called a DA2S UE12011. And look at this page where you can see that it's registered by DJI Technology from China. You can scroll down here, and what you will actually see is that, and what you can see here is that we can get a glimpse of the label for the product. And that clearly states DJI Air 2S. That is not the same as saying this will be the successor to the MAVIC Air, but there's a high probability, especially if you look at the battery size, which is 3500 milliamp hours, which is equal to the one that's being used today in the MAVIC Air 2. Not that the rest of the information on the label provide much more detailed info about what we can expect from the product. So we have to look for different sources. By the way, do you like my content? If you do, then consider subscribing to my weekly tips, tests and tutorials. And scanning through Twitter, there's already all sorts of conspiracy theories out there what to expect. So the guessing game has started, that's sure to say. But one of our, I would not say trusted sources, but one of the sources that we normally, that's normally the foundation of all the rumors, Osita LV. He's not always right, but at least he puts out some interesting statements. One of the things that he's saying is, what if the MAVIC Air 2 had an IMX686 sensor? What that potentially would mean is that you would get the same camera as in the Osmo Pocket 2, meaning that you would get access to 65 megapixel pictures. It's still based on the quad-buyer principle as used in the previous Air 2, where you could get up to 48 megapixel pictures out of a 12 megapixel sensor. In case you're wondering what this quad buyer is that I'm babbling about, then I also left a link in the description below that you can check out to understand what this is all about. But it would definitely be an interesting upgrade if you get the capabilities that is presented in the Osmo Pocket 2. As we saw with the DJI Mini 2, it seems that the DJI is sticking to the strategy of moving or killing off the name MAVIC. So this new drone will be simply called DJI Air 2S. I don't know why they decided to drop the MAVIC name, because that was pretty cool and a pretty nice way to sort of tie together the family of drones. I think it's a shame. I like the MAVIC name. Losing the name is not enough of a reason not to buy it. Looking at the FCC filing and the rumors that are surfacing around the web does not provide much info yet. But you could hope for or speculate in that they will add in support for the new version 2 of the goggles. That would be pretty nice that those were supported out of the box. As well as throwing in OcuSync 3, lowering the latency even more compared to OcuSync 2. Also, I would expect this could be the first drone to comply with the new drone rules that are currently being rolled out in Europe and US. I told you there was a video out there that was actually showing the drone. Let me just replay this for you. If what you see in the video turns out to be the real deal, you will see that the outer shape of the drone is very similar to the MAVIC Air 2, apart from adding two obstacle avoidance sensors on the top of the drone. You can also see the camera is bigger on a 3-axis stabilized gimbal. The product has not been confirmed to be the DJI Air 2S, just for us to be on the same page. This might well be a prototype from DJI and the final product would look different. Does this mean that we would not see a MAVIC 3? That has been rumored for a long time, and you could say that the MAVIC 2 Pro is up for a renewal. I think DJI is a bit reluctant releasing a new high-end semi-professional drone because the market is simply not big enough for this. The capabilities that you get with the DJI Mini 2, the MAVIC Air 2 and now with the 2S is closes pretty much the gap up to these bigger drones. I know they can produce better footage for more professional use, but in most cases for maybe a fraction of the price, even half the price, you would get a drone that is fully capable of fulfilling the needs for the average consumer. So I think they're holding a bit back on the Mavic 3. I have no confirmation about this at all. This is just my own speculation. I can also see it when I produce videos about these higher-end drones on the channel. I'm not getting near as many views as I'm getting on the cheaper, more accessible drones. What do you think? Will we see a Mavic 3 anytime soon? Do you know what? Even drone pilots get hungry sometimes. That's why I put up a new super delicious 2-minute recipe on my second channel, Easy Tasty Food Recipes, that will show you how to cook a delicious pasta dish in less than 10 minutes using only a single pot, including all the ingredients. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.